We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Haskins on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup brings up.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. For Kareem Hunt, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled it.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
52 is the mark, boys. 52. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Just shy of midfield.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second down at 4. Now Haskins to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
5-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Shit.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Check 52 to Mike. Check 52.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Switch. Check 9.
On second down, it's Hunt. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
59 Mark. Check 59. Check. Crunch.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Mike, check 59. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Carr. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle
after 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jaguars 7, Steelers 0.
2nd and 7. Carr looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. John Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Steelers nothing. Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down.
And a Steeler 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Preston Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Steelers 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
1-yard line.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
4th down.
The punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Looking deep for Julio, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Gain of 14. 1st down, Steelers.
On 1st down, Carr. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On the tackle.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1.
Here's Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Fourth down, here's Haskins. He's got his tight end fan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From midfield, here's Carr. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Good go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Caleb Chesa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Hughes on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the...
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Ingram again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mark Ingram.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The tackle made.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Steelers 14. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Derek Brown brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They run with Hunt. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Carr throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Ingram. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Jair Alexander on the tackle.
From the 44, Carr. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Carr's pass.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Carr now on first down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Carr to throw again. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Preston Williams with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Myers for the extra point. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Third down, here's Haskins. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Complete to
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
The ball carrier.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Carr completes it, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Steeler first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
4th down.
That's complete right around the 8. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Hunt. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That is caught by Cohen. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Haskins to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
48-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Ball carrier.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he completes it to Cohen. That catch good for only a couple. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
34-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here we go with Haskins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The big fella. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Play recovered by Pittsburgh.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers.
27-yard attempt.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Steven Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And the Jaguars have won the game.
21.
A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jaguars, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be at home for one next week as